Hi there, Cancer, and welcome to Barnacle Tarot. I am doing a series of reads on love in a time of lockdown. So, as we all try to adjust to the severe shifts and changes of everything right now. How are you doing, Cancer? Crazy times. Alright, so first card. Oh, there's a nice one. Actually, this card has been coming up for a lot of signs. I mean, on the surface of things, it feels really uncertain and a little scary. But ironically enough, the astrology under this, if you follow the Leo King, is actually promising, there's actually more aspects in the sky that are giving a positive spin to events right now. So I think we all have to be, resting. There we go. And, sometimes Cancer's not good at that. I mean, sometimes, you guys do lazy better than anybody. But, when somebody tells you that it's time to be lazy, not so much. So, yeah. Sounds to me so far like you're kind of getting rid of stuff. And you're in sort of a stasis period right now. I think many of us are breaking old karmic patterns of how we've kind of been our own worst enemy in things. And this time, ironically enough, is forcing us to go within and kind of own it. And when we own it, that's when everything starts coming together, And yeah, it's like you're recovering from something, and it's funny because it's kind of like the environment before, like in normal life, was actually very stressful for you. But because of the circumstances of what's going on, it's like everybody's had to leave it. So those circumstances don't exist anymore. And so now you're having a chance to recover and heal. Not sure if that resonates with you or not. Because you were feeling pretty defeated in a situation. And now you're headed to emotional fulfillment. More time with your family. You could have been in a relationship that was actually taking you away from your family in some respect. And you were feeling isolated. And so this relationship ended not too long ago with the Death card. Could have been with a Scorpio. And so at this present time, the thing you have going for you the most is that it's not the time to make a decision. It's the time to reflect on what it was that created the circumstances that were making you unhappy in your most recent relationship. But regardless, you've been getting justice. This is justice for your soul, for your emotions. Just the feeling that I'm getting is that it's been pretty tense for a long time. Very cold, just not very emotional, kind, warm communication happening in this situation. There could also be an Aquarius somewhere in your situation. So here's you recovering, and here's everybody else leaving. And so I'm going to go a little deeper on the Page of Swords, I think, in terms of what the existing situation is. Yeah, somebody could have been lying. This card suggests sneaky behavior, stuff that's kind of going on behind your back. You kind of feel it, but you're not really sure what it is, And that'll take the heat out of a relationship pretty fast, that's for sure. So yeah, that could be it. You know, maybe you're in a relationship with an Aquarius or someone who had given you a lot of hope for the future, you know, and then you found out it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. And yeah, that's never fun. But, you know, these lessons are good because then we learn how to make better choices. We learn how to listen to ourselves so that we start attracting people who will listen to us. It's pretty simple. So the Hangman, yeah, you're by yourself with the truth of things right now, you know, and you're owning your part in it in terms of, you know, you knew this was happening. You knew it. And so in this period of rest, which you're not enjoying too much, give it a little bit of time, you know, in terms of how you're seeing it. You know, you're going to go back and forth. You know, that's part of the nature of healing. But you're definitely recovering, and you're headed towards, really, you know, this is really all you need right now is your family and your closest friends. And they're the ones that are going to sustain you the most in these stressful times. Let's see if there's anything on the horizon here for you, Cancer. Oh, there may be a Scorpio. If this situation wasn't involving a Scorpio, you may have a Scorpio from the past coming back into things. Or you may just be enjoying the transition. You're going to be a little confused, though. You may have more than one option. And let's just see here. These times of flux. Lord knows where we're all going. Yeah. This is going to lead you to love, but you may have more than one option, or you may not be certain as to whether this is wise for you to return to something that died in the distant past. You know, exes are likely to come out of the woodwork, even though it's not Mercury retrograde. I'm finding this whole dynamic is kind of feeling like Mercury retrograde because everybody's getting into nostalgia. It's the first thing we reach for when we want comfort. Yeah, you may want to just be this guy for a while. You know, the Hanged Man. Don't make any decisions just yet in terms of jumping into another relationship. I would just stick with your family and friends until, you know, you get a better idea as to where you're headed. I think you'll be happier that way. Yeah, and don't tell anybody what you're doing either. Keep it to yourself. Okay? So I hope that was helpful. Cancer, I hope it resonated, and stay tuned with me because these reads are pretty simple and straightforward. I'm just kind of getting started, warmed up, getting some content on my channel, but I got lots of ideas for some fun reads. So stay cool, be well, and see you again.